If you have Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, sun, moon or rising sign, this is a look at the energies of abundance, love and joy for you for the rest of the month of September. So my belief is that the energy of joy kind of underpins all other kinds of abundance, especially money and love. And if we can tap into joy, then we get that much further along our path of manifesting what we want. So what is the energy that helps unlock maximum joy for you for the rest of this month? And look, you are really opening up your heart and letting your heart light shine. That is beautiful at the moment. You have healed a lot. There is maybe a little bit more healing yet to do, but that is really important for opening up your heart. That is what is going to magnetize the maximum love and joy to you. Now, it looks as though there may be a couple of little issues here. So you are being asked to look at the bigger picture. So that is taking an expansive view of your future and what could possibly come in. But also, if you are really struggling with anything at the moment, try not to make too big a deal out of it. Try and put it in perspective. Try and look back imagine yourself looking back from 30 years in the future. Is this really going to be that big a deal? And maybe it is, but maybe, if in the fullness of time, that it will actually be less dramatic than you are currently fearing. So that is what I'm picking up from this look at the bigger picture. You are also being asked to realize that not everything happens and gets so big so fast. So take the long view and realize that you are planting seeds. The Anna, grandmother of Jesus, who I'd never heard of, but I guess everyone has a grandmother or two. So this is about planting seeds for the future. What you're doing at the moment may not be the main event, or what you're sort of working with at the moment may not have come to fruition yet, but if you're the grandmother of Jesus, you are planting something big. Your grandson is going to be huge. So you're laying the foundations. You are on your divine plan, and you are you're at an important place. And one of the things the universe wants you to hold onto right now is remembering your boundaries and making sure you enact them. So really guard all of your abundance yourself by not squandering, putting up your hand and saying no to things that are draining you of your life force, of your joy, of your love, your laughter, your finances. Really guard your own resources at the moment. It isn't selfish. You've got to look after yourself so that you can be the best you, the most joyful you, to attract the most, to help the most. It's all a virtuous cycle. So there is kind of interesting messages there. It is about keeping an eye on the big picture, but it's also about guarding the little things, nurturing the seeds that are growing and putting boundaries around them so that they may grow. That's what I'm sort of getting. It's like when you're gardening, you want to keep the snails out. So you build a little wall around them and you nurture the little seedlings because you know they're going to grow bigly, to quote a former president. Yeah, so keep an eye on the big picture. So with that in mind, I'm now going to pull cards for your abundance, your work, your finances, your overall abundance. What does the universe most want you to know for the rest of the month of September? My deck's upside down. I'll just turn it up the right way. Well, boundaries has come out again. I mean, there's no surprise. This is how this works. Here you are with your boundaries high. Now, the interesting thing is it's between two really big major arcana cards driving forward at a rate of knots into the future, and also big changes afoot, like really big changes. So at work, this could be a new job. It's a complete change, usually in your favor. It feels like you're about to receive some abundance, and it might be quite contentious. You actually might have to guard what you get. Remembering, just going back to the guarding the seedlings and also the sacred boundaries there. I'm just going back to this, the early cards, because it really is telling the same story here for your financial abundance specifically. Corset, you've got to really set boundaries. It could be with your own spending. It could be with a partner, a business partner, or just somebody else who you share your resources with. So there is the need for some structure here, some reining things in, or some boundaries. So it could be boundaries with your spending. But there's definitely the opportunity here to drive forwards and for things to change. Somebody may have taken something from you in the past and they are returning with an apology. So you may well find, look, it could have just been someone borrowing from you and they're finally coming back with it. Financially, they might have gained some advantage of you in the past and now they're feeling a bit guilty about it and they've come to kind of right the wrongs in a way. This is an emotional kind of message or offer, can be an apology, and this is somebody stealing away. Now you might want to look up the numerological significance of a 7 because there are 3 of them here, which is quite unusual. So this is the big 7 and there are 2 little 7s, wands and swords. Now in astrology, 7 is about partnerships, it's about Libra, it's about balance. So that might be a message that has resonance for you in terms of your finances. And this does seem to be about you and somebody else trying to figure things out financially because you've got coin toss here. Now, normally that's about taking a risk, but what I'm getting this time is the 2 sides of the one coin, heads and tails. And it's 2 people maybe having opposing views on how to spend your money, how you should make your money. Maybe there's a job offer coming that is a bit divisive, like should you take it, because there might be some upset that it causes somewhere else in the way. There's something maybe that's 2-sided. And that's where the boundaries might have to come in. You might feel a bit hamstrung here in your abilities to make finances. So your advice, because this is all very interesting. We have Saturn here in the Scorpio 8th house. Now Saturn, well the word is inheritance. So that could be a big source of money that also becomes a source of contention. That might be something that happens. But what I'm interpreting in Saturn in this 8th Scorpio house is actually about the challenges of shared resources. Financially, how do you balance out the needs of both partners' money, both partners earning, both partners spending? There is some challenge here or there's some hardship, corset. I'm sort of feeling like the household budget needs to be kind of trimmed. There is a big lump sum of money, and the divisive issue is how do we deal with this? There's this new resource that's a joint resource. What are we going to do? But so it's a challenge, and maybe it's in your investments. 8th house is also about other people's money. It's about taxes, it's about mortgages, lump sums, investments, share market. So Saturn here is a bit of a test. So that might be where you have to guard your seedlings. Take a look at the big picture. Maybe things financially are not looking so rosy right now. And it's a matter of going, okay, well this is going to, in the big picture, everything will be fine. But just right now, it is important for me to keep these boundaries on my spending. That seems to be an issue. And look, here we've got Mars in the 4th house of home, the Cancerian house. That says quarrel. And that is, Mars is a bit angry. It's sort of antagonism. It's a bit of irritation on the home front. So unfortunately, it looks like the joint finances are a bit contentious at the moment, and it's causing just financial tension, making everyone grumpy. It seems to be the feeling here. So I'm going to grab a couple more cards. What do you most need to know about your finances, your abundance, work, career for the rest of this month? What's the message that is trying to come through here? Hard work will bring success, and hard work is nearly over. The 10 is the ending of a cycle, and you might have had to struggle on your own for so long, but you are about to be paraded through town as a winner. This is victory. So just really, even if this is in the future, this is to keep your eye on the bigger picture. There is triumph in your future, no matter what it looks like now. So just be prepared to get through this darkness, this tedious time where nothing seems to go right. You're carrying every burden. Just remember that there are good times and success coming. This too shall pass. Okay, that was a look at your abundance. And it does feel like, as I say, it does feel like things are changing. There is forward momentum here and change. So that could be a challenge. That might mean that you need to rein things in to deal with this situation that is changing. But yes, it could equally be lots of money coming in, and how do we deal with it? So I hope that helps you with your finances and your abundance, financial abundance for the rest of September. Now on to romance, love, relationships, family relationships, the broader aspects of love. For the month of September, for air signs, what does the universe most want you to know about what's coming up in the area of relationships? Well, again, the boundaries card has come up. This fellow's been working overtime lately. Now, this always to me is a message that comes in that is quite hard to deal with. It's quite sad, painful maybe, and there is the need here for balance, or this is something that is going to balance the scales. Let's take a look and see what else wants to come out about this. Keeping yourself on an even keel if you get slightly upsetting news that affects you emotionally. Okay, for the singles among us, it may be that you get an unexpected message, and maybe from someone who's been lurking, that wants to come in and maybe create some balance between you, maybe where there has been no balance in the past. Now, there is a lot of nostalgia here that is really looking back fondly on old times and really fond memories of togetherness that is coming up, but it's coming up in conjunction with the devil, which is obsession, which is negative, kind of chaining, codependent relationships in a way. So there could be, one way this could play out is there's somebody coming back into your life from your past that you have had boundaries up towards, but they are coming back full of the memories of, didn't it used to be great? Don't focus on the negative times that we had, just focus on the good times. The reason I'm saying that is because the bluff card came out. Jupiter, which is very expansive, in the area, the Gemini house, the third house of communication, of messages. So somebody is coming in with big messages, big talk about how important you are to their life. That's one way that this could go, because we've got the real need here in relationships that to get over the past fears that keep us chained to relationships that don't work in the way that is for the highest good, for the best, that work in the most optimal way. So it is about finding justice, finding balance here. What is right, what is best, what is correct, what's optimal for you, what is fair, what is balanced in a relationship. So if a relationship is out of balance, things are going to change. There's going to have to be a discussion about to bring balance, and that is, the balance between the beautiful old times and the sort of the way that the relationship may have gone wrong, or the negativity that may have crept in. So it's about balancing this out. There might be an issue to hash out here, because we've got the sun in the 7th house, the Libra house of relationships. So there's a lot of energy and focus. There's a spotlight on relationships at this time. It's so apt for this romance relationship part of the reading. The sun is putting a lot of focus there. There is the word harmony, which is helpful. But obviously, you only come to harmony through hashing out both sides. Justice is a very Libran house, very Libran energy. The scales weighing things up. It can actually be quite uncomfortable to find balance as the scales swing wildly, as you each put forward your own issues, your own points of view, your own defense and attack. Let's hope. I don't know why I'm saying words like that, but look, there does seem to be some problem here that seems to make you feel vulnerable, or make you feel ashamed of something, or just fearing the ridicule of the public. What will people say? There seems to be that vibe around things, and the real need to go inwards, to chill out, to calm down, to find your center, and to not be swayed by external kind of petty concerns is part of it. You really do want to find harmony, and Jupiter expanding your talking, expanding your communication is really going to help. be on guard of someone coming in from your past full of fancy words and full of exuberant communication, like too much too soon. But in an established relationship where things have gotten a bit out of balance, then conversation, communication is the key, and focusing on that, focusing on your relationship and focusing, expanding your communication is really going to help. So the energy to lean away from is any, well, this is the Knight of Pentacles, so any earth sign coming in offering something, maybe with all that big talk, that is something to potentially lean away from or be very wary about romantically, or just in relationship terms. Knight of Pentacles is a change, and it is a change to your stability and your finances. So lean away from making sudden changes. Lean away from being too stuck or too loose. There has to be the middle ground, I think, is what the Knight of Pentacles lean away from, moving too slowly, but also moving too crazily quickly and having no plan. Move towards, energy to lean towards is the Lovers. This is the second time the Lovers has come out this month as the energy to lean towards, which is really beautiful. Divine love, deep soul connections, and the choice to make it work. The commitment. Yes, this might be difficult. Yes, we might have beautiful times and we might have hard times, but our commitment, we choose to be together, we choose love, we choose partnership to get through this. That seems to be the energy that is coming out. Sorry, it's a little bit of a fraught one this month. Air signs, and you know, it is very Libran in its energy here of balance. There's a need for communication, there's a lot of fear here. How can the universe sum this up for us? Look, there is sunshine and joy at the end of this. This process is worth it. So choose love. Okay, that's just a simple message. Choose love. And let that be your guiding light. The love. The bright heart light connection. Opening your heart in whatever that means to you, for whatever your scenario is at the moment. There is some bedevilment here from the past, or from your own fears. There is some fear of ridicule here, nervousness, feeling of vulnerability. So whatever you need to do to move towards love, that is a good thing, because there is joy at the end of that. So I hope that helps you get to grips with your romantic and your love relationships for the rest of the month. Let me tidy this up and see what's next. Okay, for this final part, I'm turning this over to the universe without any particular topic in mind. This is where the universe gets to just have a say without me demanding. So what does the universe most want us to know? What is the wildcard topic here that it wants to give us? Or what sort of message does it want to reinforce from what has come out previously? Well, we already had the Hanged Man turn over. Now that is all about enlightenment. Wow. Okay, so this is a very different flavor from what we've just seen. There is a change of perspective that is going to bring you a new enlightenment in your life. And it is going to bring forth these beautiful energies, both of love and of stability and finances. And it is the sort of receptive energy of receiving beautiful love and nurturing, and also stability and the sort of financial roots and security and nurturing. They are going to come forth, moving forward by charging forward in your life and going, okay, I'm on this ride and I need to go where it takes me. I need to go with what the universe is bringing me. I might not like the direction it appears to be going in, but actually it is going to take you to that sunshine, that joy. And it might turn your life on its head a little bit in some ways, maybe not wholesale, but remember, you were being asked to look at the big picture and nurture the baby steps. So for some of you, it might be a fresh start in your life that you don't want to make, but it is all working in your favor to open up your heart space. It is really planting beautiful seeds for a magnificent future for you. And there is healing here as well, remember. So that is something to hold on to. There is beautiful nostalgic love here, this sort of energy of innocence, lightheartedness, beautiful kinship. So this is really a lovely note to end on. No matter what this month brings, there is all this beautiful financial abundance and emotional abundance waiting for you to receive. And it is only by driving forward and trusting where the universe is taking you, even if it changes your life, turns it upside down, you will soon have a new perspective. You will have enlightenment, and you will be brought to this place, maybe even to a person from your past. Or there's something about childhood here. It's just a beautiful, innocent energy that is going to be yours. So whatever life looks like now, have faith and look at the bigger picture. So I hope that helps you, my darling air signs. If you'd like a personal reading, go to my website, abundancelovejoy.com. Otherwise, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love and joy for the rest of the month of September and beyond.